Seattle and Houston. These the American League West rivals go at it again. Seattle will send Marco Gonzales to the hill, and Jake Odorizzi goes for Houston. The Astros, a small favorite in this game, $1.32 at home. Total in this game is 8.5. Shaded to the over. Over money coming in early on today, 8.5 minus 125. Jeff, you want to start or with this game, or let's start with Jeff. Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, I'll admit, I mean, I have no real good things to say about Marco Gonzales. I mean, I think this guy last year had one of those just amazing years that you don't ever have. I think the trash can found a steak and he was okay. But look, ultimately against the Houston Astros, I mean, I have no interest in betting on him here. I mean, the Astros destroy him. And look, I know Mark will bring up, well, it's not that many at bats, but I mean, look, 29, 24, 21, 23. I mean, that's a decent level of experience against someone. I'd look maybe towards an Astros team total. I didn't ultimately play this, but the Astros are starting to get going a little bit. They're still without Altuve, which quicker he gets back, the better. But I think they beat around Gonzalez tonight. And I'm not a big fan of their lineup, as I've talked about. So I lean Houston here, maybe a team total over.
Yeah, just a note, Altuve will be back in the lineup tonight. So he had his little minor league rehab start, played a couple games there. So he'll be back tonight. Odorizzi gave up 4 runs and 8 hits in his last start, and it was against the Seattle Mariners in this exact same matchup. And if you remember the game last week, guys, it was 11-1 game where Seattle pounded Odorizzi. And we know that Gonzalez isn't really that good a pitcher, and the Astros have banged him in the past. But actually, Gonzalez was very good in that last game, in that 11-1 win. One note is that keep an eye on Gonzalez, because in the start after that against Tampa Bay, he got hit with that line drive in the wrist, and he had a bullpen session 2 days ago. They're saying he was good to go, but they wouldn't confirm 100% that he was going to make the start Monday. But it looks like he is going to make it. And again, I don't know if that wrist injury is going to have any factor at all, but just a little couple news and notes on that game. BaseWinner, your thoughts on this game, Seattle and Houston?
Well, it's one of those things where you just mentioned that he got hurt, and I hope he's good to pitch, actually, because this is a play against both starting pitchers. And I'd hate to see him go out there and say, well, I'm hurt, and then they go to the Seattle bullpen, who I'm kind of high on. So I hope that doesn't happen. But basically, I'm going to play the over first 5, and it was 4.5 minus 115. I'm projecting a first 5 score of 6.01 runs, which means that I think that it should be priced, the 4.5 should be priced like minus 170. And I think it's tremendous value on the over. Of course, I've been kind of bit in the butt on these really crappy pitchers playing overs, but I'm going to do it again. Marco Gonzales, 134th out of 150th in my BaseWinner rankings. And then Odorizzi, he's been a lot of Odor and not a lot of easy. And I've said that before, and I mean it. He's 144th out of 150 pitchers by my ratings. And one of the things that's encouraging about this game as well is Marco Gonzales stuff plus, only in the 22nd percentile. Jake Odorizzi in the third percentile of stuff plus. So there's a lot of things to hate about these starting pitchers, and there's a lot of things to like about both offenses. I have the Seattle. Admittedly, it's somewhat of a controversial number for Jeff, but I have them 6th in baseball offensively, and I do have the Astros 10th in baseball. So for all those reasons, I'm going to go with the first 5 over 4.5 minus 115 here, TC.
All right, lock BaseWinner in. Wants runs early and often in this game. First 5 over 4.5. He's going to lay 115 in that game.